Namaskaram. We are here with Mamata from Bangalore. She's a young mother and she's pursuing a CA final. She was here as a part of the 5 day audit bootcamp. And the discussion started with one message yesterday. It's from CA Akshari. Hope you remember her, the young mother, who cleared after 10 attempts. So the conversation right now is how do you prioritize your family and career? Now, this message was largely which was posted by Akshari yesterday, and she shared the message with me. Now, from repeated attempts to chartered accountant, her CA journey, this is what it is. And she has mentioned how she took some attempts, and then eventually she even went to US in between. Now, if you are looking at it, you can correlate, right? When you start something, something happens, matters happen, some of that. She went back and forth. So all of that happened, and eventually something happened. When I say she said, no matter what is happening, there is some incompleteness about leaving behind CA, which all of you experience. Moving forward, this is when we got connected. So when she couldn't clear after coming back to India, she connected with us. And I heavily focused on the root causes, like why was she not able to clear after 10 attempts also? And then once we started working on the solutions after the problems are discovered, one aspect started working: exemption in direct tax, two exemptions in two papers. So that will give the group aggregate, because that is why you have to always find one subject which can get you 60, so that it covers up for the lesser marks in the other papers. So eventually, while the question of the sun comes into the picture, this is something which is very touching. So this guy already understood the branding of CA. He wanted that to be on his car, and these are the pictures which she has shared. So this is incredible. I think you can visualize your son here, and this is what has happened. Okay, so this is a journey, and this is from someone who has already went through the destination which you wanted, right? Now you just got a glimpse in the last 5 days. You just got a glimpse of this. Now, what is your experience so far? Let's say in this 5 days, what's changed? What did you experience in the boot camp? And from this point, how are you looking at clearing CA? Because initially, when you came in, you said there is a long gap. You're not knowing, how we can take this forward and all. Now, as we stand today, what is your experience?
Previously, I don't have any confidence on how I need to prepare for myself to clear the main exam. After completing 5 days boot camp, now I have a one framework where I done a first layer of revision. So now I created some of the summary notes which may help for the one day before exam.
Close the door.
And now I know what I need to be improved, and I have to give a lot of revision, and I'm ready for that preparation. Apart from that, in 5 days, I can notice my focus is improved, and I came out from my comfort zone, and I can stretch my study hours for long hours. Apart from that, um, after 5 days giving an exam, it boosts me, and it triggers me for the next level of preparation for the my main exam. So by every weekend, if I prepare for a single test, definitely I can have a level of increment in the preparation that I can notice.
So, Mamta, what goes through, let's say, when you hold a book and when you see a kid playing around or something? So, as a mother, what goes into your mind? Because you know that in the long run, this is good for your child. But in that moment, when she wants or he wants something from you, what goes into your mind?
I feel a little bit guilty on that,
Hmm. Hmm.
and I have a concern. So I'm planning for the long term and sacrificing in short term,
Hmm.
and I have a lot of aim for him. So
This scenario, let's say at home, because this is what we normally witness for most of the mothers. It's not about the lack of ability because they're very focused and they really want to get to a particular outcome. So when you have to handle this at home versus HLS, how did this aspect shift? So because here also when you look at it, you left him and came here. So
yeah,
you keep thinking. You
yeah.
cannot get out of your mental imprint. So how are you handling it here versus how you used to handle it at home?
Um, in my home, I want to play a dual role,
Hmm. Yes.
and here I can focus more on my studies.
Hmm.
And I was getting a lot of distractions in between, and I was not able to completely focus on my studies.
Hmm.
Here, even I get a lot of thoughts. After that, also, I can focus more on studies.
Hmm.
That I noticed.
Now I just want to add something here. The dual role thing is very interesting. Now, right now, let's say when you see this is an indication of her sacrifice, right?
Yeah.
So while she was working for this guy is not in the picture, but she knows when I do this for X amount of time, it will be very good for him, and that's when this particular aspect. I like this. Now at 4 years, I don't even know what would be CA, and he's like, let's have a CA sticker on the car. So he's excited about it. You can clearly see he's the most excited guy among all of them. So he understands what a convocation is. And imagine, see, fathers are always working. With mother, if she's already a child accord, it's different. When you see that, he also understands. He also understands this. Kids are very smart. He also understands how difficult it is for you.
Yeah.
That's why he's excited. If it's easy, let's say you cook something, it just happens. So when this is happening, the dual role need not happen parallel.
That's true.
So what is dual role? Okay, I want to make sure my kid gets good schooling, add something to the family. I give him a good see when I speak to Akshay, one thing is I like the way he looks at me right now. Because it's not just about the money or the external qualification. For him, his mom is a fighter or warrior. That is what we all fight, right? We just want to be heroes for our kids. So for that to happen, one important thing we have mentioned is here you saw the shift. You saw that you're able to focus more on the studies. The reason being, we're saying it's okay. It's okay. You don't have to feel guilty about it. Someone is taking care. Mother or mother-in-law, husband, somebody is taking care. That is there. And two, it's temporary. So when this happens, there is also something called out of sight, out of mind to a reasonable extent. So when you constantly see the kid in front of you, there is a less probability for you to focus because it is triggering. One is default stress, the other one is triggered stress. So default once in a while. I'm sure you think about this every day, but it's not every minute. So you can focus on this. So that is why this is an interesting segment because when this happened, we're like, okay, we looked at an exception. But right now, in the same cohort, you saw one more newly married girl who is here. So what is happening is in most of the families, they're looking at, you know, investing this into 6 months or 1 year and completing the course so that it gives lifetime benefits for the both the families. I would say here, this is one partner family,
Yeah.
and this is from the previous generation. So Akshari has capabilities to help this generation, and the kid, and also mothers, because you'll have more convenience. So that is why, whether it's for you or for some other young mother or married woman as a family who are watching this, I want them to think about the segment or this assignment of completing CA from wherever the point is very seriously. And I just gave another example of Joshna. So she also, what's interesting about her is her in-laws came with, like Normally, parents come, even when they're married, parents come. But her in-laws came and her husband came and they were encouraging this. So it's very good because if I don't tell, you'll think they are her parents. So that's on even the way she. How was your experience?
Before coming here, I don't even know about this mentorship program and all. I just casually met you, and I came to know about this boot camp, and I felt why not to give it a try. Actually, before coming here, I was with zero confidence and have no. I have a lot of fear that I cannot do anything. I'm very low that I'm not capable of anything. But after coming here, I came to know my capabilities. I'm feeling very confident that I can do anything. I can
So when she says,
communicate to
I can do anything, we did not change anything here. We did not change anything here. We just help her find what she already has. Because what happens is once you go through the pregnancy, once you go through that phase of your life, you no longer relate yourself to the previous version of you. It is very hard for you to correlate to the previous version of you. So we'll remind you that you're still a student. We'll remind you that you're still an individual. We remind you that you can still study. So that happens by giving you that focused space and environment and constant nudging and support. So with that, once you connect to your previous self, where you said you got an exemption audit in Inter, it's something. It's an insane capability. Now you know that as a fact, but when you study here, when you see that as a possibility, that is when you see that okay, I left it there. I'll pick it up from there. So this is how you should start thinking, and this is exactly what the idea of this is. Of course, we'll explore more about how we can take this forward and convert this into a step where you can clear CA. Now, before we conclude, I want you to talk to young mothers and newly married or married women and tell them why they should at least explore the boot camp, because the longer version is a big decision even for us, and because we cannot tell to everyone. Let's say there is a mother who called us yesterday saying that she cleared her Inter because of us and she wants to think about coming. I was like, no way, don't come, because her kid is 3 months.
Okay.
3 months, so don't even if you want to, even the whole family is encouraging, no. So we look into case to case step, but I want you to tell them based on your own experience why they should at least give it a try, why they should not get stuck into the point where why they should not get stuck that you feel underconfident and you don't do anything about it. No, you just give it a try, step out, and get back to the point where you started, where you left ideally. So, 3 reasons why a young mother should come and explore. The first step, a 5-day boot camp in HLS, is what I wanted to convey to those mothers watching us.
Um, what I felt here is apart from distraction, we can more focus on the studies and we can stretch for long hours also. And if we decided that definitely we want to clear, means we have to take a certain steps to clear. So I plan to take a boot camp to take a complete overview of a subject as short of time available for me. So it's a very good sign to take a boot camp who playing a mother role and also a CS student. So it will be a good decision. Uh, they will come to know how we need to be in track for the exam preparation. Definitely, it will help a lot.
Perfect. So just like actually, because when we worked on it, it was difficult. We had conversations like this. Now I'm super proud of us. Now let's say when I get a question about why am I doing what I'm doing, because I have to sacrifice my own kids' time for this. But this is worth doing it. So I wish the same for you. Next year around this time, when you're sitting with one more student, here I should be seeing CA Mamata, your case study.
Even I have a wish, and definitely it will be.
So that's all we have for you. So give us 5 days and we'll help you find yourself and we'll restart from the point where you are a good student and you like the journey. Thanks, Mamta. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you,
And
sir.
we'll keep posted on her updates as we proceed forward. Thank you.